Hey, it's been a while. You did no wrong. I'll start with that. Come home, please. We must work together to show them you did no wrong. And goddamn, you're funny. So what do you say? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah! Yeah! God, that was an intro. Anyways, let's move on to the video. Dweller Mage is a 303 slot monster with okay combat effect, well, combat stats, but honestly, just don't use them as a combat monster. Where they do shine, though, is their effect. You can play one power card from your deck to this monster, shuffle the deck, and when I tell you, he goes ham. He goes ham. This man just cooks. Like what? He has like targeted removal. He can do revival, and like let's say, oh hey, I don't want to do offensive or setup stuff. You can just have him be defensive and then like trip another ability. Okay, here, Dwell Image into the pit card. The pits. He's the king of the pits. He's so good. He can do revival, he can do card destruction, and he can do defense. He offers so much utility. And oh my god, this has so much just like variety. You can play it offensively again, you can play it defensively, or you can use it to set up stuff. Hey, you're like, oh well, I want a monster but into the grave. You pull Return from the Grave. You pull Deal with the Grave. You want, oh I don't know, target removal like I said. Select and destroy or power extinction and then kill off your monkey to get an even like stronger monster in and give it a shotgun because now the board is free. And when I say free, its effect goes crazy. The strength of tutoring out what is essentially instants in this card game is so good. Oh my god. He cooks. Like, you give him one effect, it does not matter what his like combat score is. So no one's gonna keep him on the board for more than one turn. He will cook. Give him just one turn, just one effect. Oh my god, he will save you so much. And people are just like, oh well, why don't we see him? Why don't we see him? Why don't we see him? Come on, bring him back. Why don't we see him? Monster Swap. Monster Swap is the reason why we don't see him in tourney games. Monster Swap is that dynamic duo with Monkey that absolutely obliterates its chances of getting into tournaments. Why is this bad? Because you can just choose, oh yeah, I'm gonna have my Dweller Mage tutor out a Monster Swap, steal your like high-level monster, and you get my monkey. And then you just attack. And because this little monkey is not meant to attack, he will die. Like you trade over your funny monkey, and then you use the monster that was on your opponent's side to kill your monkey. You backstabbed your monkey, and it works. Because this card just lets you do that. Monster Swap, however, it doesn't just limit it to like Dweller Mage. Dweller Mage is just good to tutor out Monster Swap, but like Monster Swap is just good overall to the point where it can just do that on its own. Like, sure, it doesn't get tutored like in the past, but like, high key, let's talk about Monster Swap here. Let's go over the effect. Monster Swap's effect is each player selects a monster on its board, swap them, stacked power cards, return to the original deck. This card is destroyed. So, as mentioned previously, and as seen in multiple recent tournament decks, you can just look at any monster with an effect that you were like, that was a one-time thing and I'm done using him, and just trade it. You can trade a little level 1 Scrimblow to steal like someone's giant, and that's legal. And when I look at the like discussions, and it's like, oh, Dweller Mage is a problem, and I'm like, yeah, he does funny tutor stuff, but like comparing the dynamic duo and seeing which like side of the coin is worse, I hikey think that Monster Swap is worse, because you see that still in many tournament decks for the sole fact that it gives a free point, as long as you get the kill. But honestly, if you're like using Monster Swap, you probably know how to get the free kill. With this in mind, should we punish a funny, unique tutor card that basically pulls out instants and have that never see the light of day in tournaments? Or should we get rid of a Monster Swap? Because, I don't know. Monster Swap, yeah, sure, tutors out cards. But, like, if you keep that on for more than one, like, turn, then you're... I don't know how to tell you this, but like you're kind of screwed, because it is not meant for combat. Again, it technically fits under the mage category, but like mages like don't really have an AoE buff. They don't really have a specific card, unless it's an ITD, which I do not have yet. So, womp. Yeah, it takes away its free point thing, but it gives it more card control. Which honestly, to see this like card back in tournaments, I'd love to see, you know, Dweller Mage. So overall, given the fact that Dweller Mage is just absolutely non-existent in current tournaments due to the fact that it's killer with Monster Swap, even though we currently look at tournaments and Monster Swap is still prevalent in the meta, I believe that we should instead be taking a look at the other side of the coin and looking at why a Monster Swap is a huge issue, especially in games where only one or two monsters are played, like on the board at the same time. With this in mind, I implore you guys to reconsider which card we're banning right now, because like one is really unique and can like sort of play a lot of styles, but tends to only be available for like the first turn on the board, because you really want to get that off after like its effect goes through. Or should we get rid of the other card that is heavily used in many other decks that use special effect monsters? I'm just saying, I like my special effect monsters, but like, granting them with a free point if they have Monster Swap doesn't seem like the way to go. So that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys want the monkey back, because goddamn, that man is funny. Just let him cook.